Let's talk about the silent problem no one talks about. There is a feeling that many people experience today, yet few people truly understand. It is not exactly sadness. It is not exactly stress. It is something quieter, a strange emptiness that appears when nothing seems interesting anymore. You scroll through your phone, but nothing excites you. You watch videos, but your mind feels dull. You start something, then quickly lose interest. You say to yourself, "I'm bored." But what is boredom really? Is it simply having nothing to do? Or is it something deeper inside the mind? More than 2,500 years ago, the Buddha observed something remarkable about the human mind. He noticed that the mind is rarely satisfied. When there is stimulation, the mind becomes restless. When there is no stimulation, the mind becomes bored. So the mind keeps searching endlessly, searching for entertainment, searching for distraction, searching for something new. But the Buddha discovered that boredom is not caused by the outside world. Boredom is created inside the mind. And once you understand this, something powerful happens. Because if boredom is created by the mind, it can also be removed by understanding the mind. Today, we will explore the Buddhist teachings that reveal how to transform boredom into clarity, awareness, and peace. And by the end of this talk, you may begin to see boredom in a completely different way. Not as an enemy, but as a signal that your mind is asking you to wake up. Let's clear this step by step. First step, you should understand why the mind gets bored. Let us begin with a simple observation. The human mind constantly seeks stimulation. Think about a normal day. You wake up and check your phone. You open messages. You look at social media. You watch videos. You listen to music. You switch between apps. The mind keeps jumping from one thing to another. Why? Because the mind believes stimulation equals happiness. But here is the problem. The more stimulation the mind receives, the more it expects. This is what modern psychology calls dopamine adaptation. But the Buddha described the same phenomenon long ago using a different understanding. He taught that the mind becomes trapped in craving. Craving for pleasant experiences. Craving for excitement. Craving for novelty. At first, new things feel interesting, but the mind quickly gets used to them. A new phone feels exciting for a few days. A new show feels interesting for a few episodes. A new game feels fun for a short time. Then the excitement fades, and the mind says, again, "I'm bored." The Buddha explained that this happens because the mind constantly compares the present moment to what it wants instead. Instead of simply experiencing life as it is, the mind asks, what else is there? What's next? What's more interesting? So boredom is not caused by the moment. It is caused by resistance to the moment. When the mind rejects what is happening now, boredom appears. But when the mind fully experiences what is happening now, something very different appears: awareness. And awareness has no boredom. Do you know that boredom is actually a door? Most people try to escape boredom immediately. But the Buddha discovered that boredom can be extremely useful. Why? Because boredom reveals the habits of the mind. When there is constant entertainment, the mind stays distracted. But when boredom appears, you begin to see your mental patterns clearly. You see how the mind craves stimulation. You see how quickly attention jumps. You see how uncomfortable stillness feels. This awareness is the beginning of wisdom. The Buddha encouraged his students to observe even unpleasant feelings with curiosity. Instead of saying, "This is boring," you ask, "What exactly is boredom? Is it a feeling in the body? Is it restlessness? Is it resistance? Is it the mind searching for excitement?" When you look closely, boredom starts dissolving. Because boredom survives through unconsciousness, awareness weakens it. Now I am going to reveal something secret to you. That is the deeper truth about boredom. There is a deeper reason boredom appears. It happens when the mind loses connection with meaning, when life feels mechanical, when actions feel automatic, when days repeat without awareness. The Buddha taught that awareness brings life back into focus. When you are aware, each moment feels fresh. Even familiar things appear new. This is sometimes called beginner's mind, seeing things without assumptions, without dullness, with curiosity. Children naturally experience life this way. Everything feels interesting. Everything feels new. But as the mind becomes conditioned, it starts labeling things as boring. The Buddha's teachings help remove those labels, so life becomes vivid again. I will teach really simple, easy to understand, and easy to practice 3 simple teachings from Buddhist wisdom that can transform boredom. First one is slow down the mind. Instead of constantly switching activities, try doing one thing at a time. Walk slowly, eat slowly, breathe slowly. When the mind slows down, awareness becomes stronger, and boredom fades. Second one is observe. Instead of escaping, the next time boredom appears, do not immediately escape it. Observe it. Ask yourself, what does boredom feel like? Where is it in the body? How does it change? This simple observation weakens the feeling. Third one, or the last teaching, is train curiosity. Look at ordinary things with fresh attention. Notice details, sounds, textures, movements. Curiosity transforms ordinary life into something interesting again. That's all you need to know. Let's memorize what we learned today. The Buddha did not promise endless excitement. He promised something better, freedom from the restless mind. When the mind stops chasing stimulation, something beautiful happens. The present moment becomes enough. You no longer need constant entertainment. You no longer feel trapped in boredom. Instead, you discover a quiet joy in simply being alive. Breathing, walking, observing, living. The world becomes rich again. Not because the world changed, but because the mind finally learned to see. And this is the deeper teaching. Boredom is not the enemy. Boredom is the invitation. An invitation to wake up, to observe the mind, to return to the present moment. And when you accept that invitation, life becomes endlessly interesting again.